Good morning. How are you today? Good, good. Welcome to Introduction to Psychology. So today we are going to keep talking about chapter 6. We couldn't finish two concepts, which is insight and learned helplessness. So exam 2, it's an online exam. You are going to take exam 2 online tomorrow. So probably I'm gonna open like tonight, like a 9, yeah. So you can see, but it's all online exam. So there's a study guide also, just in case you haven't seen any study guide, yeah. So please study before taking exam. But tomorrow anytime you can choose and take exam. Is it okay with you? Yeah, we supposed to take the last Friday, but we couldn't finish this chapter 6. So I just kind of extend a little bit. Okay, yeah. So you will see those exams. Okay, so insight, underline, it will be on your exam. So insight, basically, have you ever had experience something aha moment in your life? Because you do the same thing again and again and again, and then maybe suddenly, that was it. I couldn't get this, but aha moment. I know Gabe recently working with a car, kind of fixing car, right? So maybe I assume you have lots of fixing experience, like fixing car and fixing other stuff. Have you ever felt those aha moment? Because maybe you do the same thing for fixing maybe some engine or maybe certain part of your car, and suddenly you realize, aha, like a eureka moment. Maybe I need to use different tool, or maybe I need to use different liquid to fill in those car engine, or any experience, if you don't mind, yeah?
Mainly just trying to use the correct tool for the correct parts. Usually some places are smaller and hard to get to, so you need something more flexible.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, my buddy's car broke down. This is fuel line broke, and we were trying to put it on and found out we were using the wrong tube, and that was our aha moment.
Yes, very good, very good. Those are aha moments. So thinking about chimpanzee, yeah, they see the banana on the ceiling. Yeah, imagine there's one banana on the ceiling. But chimpanzee is not that tall to kind of grab the banana. So for the chimpanzee perspective, he needs to try to do a lot of trial and error. Maybe jump. Yeah, first maybe jump, try to reach the banana. And second, maybe using some big stick and then try to hit it. But still, it's not reaching over there. It's maybe a little further, you need to use your hands. So maybe he may think over and over and over. Luckily, he find 2 sticks. So try to think about connecting those 2 and then hit those banana on the ceiling. But it's still, you cannot reach on the ceiling, right? Yeah. So how can you do? Maybe try to reserve those, questions, or maybe some difficult situation. You may try to see again and again and again, but maybe you need to try new route, maybe new tool, not using the same thing again and again and again. So for the chimpanzee, there are lots of wooden boxes. So first one, maybe try to kind of put only one box and try to jump on and get the banana, but it didn't work. So maybe there are other boxes, so maybe try to kind of connect them on the bottom and try to jump, but it didn't work. So aha moment for the chimpanzee was, oh, okay, why don't I put all the boxes together and then kind of jump on and get the banana. So aha moment. So talk together who is next to you. Have you ever had those aha moment in your life? Yeah? It can be relationship too. Maybe you do the certain behavior to somebody else, but it didn't work, but maybe there's some certain aha moment, kind of moving that person's heart and mind. Yeah. So talk together who is next to you. Aha moment. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, anybody would you like to share aha moment? Yeah? Any good example? It's okay. We have a lot of chance to share your opinion. So next one, next concept. This is an important concept. And whenever I introduce this learned helplessness, I feel a little sad. Yeah. So looking at this dog, I think the dog itself looks sad. Do you feel like that? It's a little looks sad, not happy dog, right? So Seligman, Martin Seligman, he did a lot of experiment with the dog. Yeah, some scholars, they do lots of experiment with cat. Yeah, some scholars, they really like to do lots of experiment with rat. Yeah, but I think Martin Seligman, he preferred to do lots of experiment with the dog. So those are one of his studies using dog and, kind of, find it out learned helplessness. So there are three kind of pre-existing those experience for the dog. I brought my dog. Hello, yeah? Do you remember me? Okay, so the dogs study. So this dog is the real experimental situation. But before that, there are three kind of dogs. There are three kind of groups of dog. First group of dog. You put like a little some controllable electricity. Yeah, electric shock, controllable. So it's kind of irritating but controllable. So as a dog, maybe you're here, controllable shock was elevated. So you just kind of simply jumping on. So you learned in that way. If some controllable shock is there, I can jump on to the other side and I feel safe. Yeah, that's the first group. Second group. Before second group, maybe I'm going to explain third group. Third group of dog, no electric shock. And then just kind of simply go to the next. Yeah, jumping to the next area. But second group of dog, they generate uncontrollable shock. It's kind of severe shock and kind of middle, kind of irritating and painful. Those are second group of the dog. But at the same time, it was like a harnessed, which means you cannot move. So here, when uncontrollable shock was generating, on the bottom, dog tried to do their best, kind of jump onto the next, the place, but he couldn't because he was harnessed. Yeah, something was like bundled him, so he could not jump to the next, slot of those, experimental situation. So once they learned in that way, the whole chapter we've been talking about learning. Yeah, do you remember classical conditioning, operant conditioning, observational learning, instinctive drift, everything was relating with the learning, right? So dog learned in that way, and this is the situation. So once you experience in that way, do you remember the group 1 dog? Yeah, they have like a controllable shock and kind of easily jump to the next, right? So it's the same thing. All of those three groups, they did like controllable shock. So first group of dog, controllable shock, I used to experience, can jump easily to the next one. And the third group, they didn't experience any shock before. But when the controllable shock was generating, the dog gently kind of, easily jumped to the next, area. But interesting was happened. The second group of dog, do you remember? They learned when uncontrollable shock was generated, even though they tried to do their best, kind of move to the next level, they were harnessed and they couldn't. Oops, they couldn't, right? So this time, it was controllable shock was generated, not uncontrollable. Controllable shock, milder shock was generated. Guess what? They didn't move at all, even though they are not harnessed. They just stay there. Yeah, kind of helping all the enduring all the shock. They even do not try to go to the next one, even though there's no shock, and they are not harnessed at all. So as a dog, like a second group of dog, they learned in their way. So learned helplessness means because of your previous experience, even you don't want to try it. You lost your motivation. Have you ever felt in that way? Because, I can do it. Maybe I will put more effort in my mathematics. Yeah, maybe I can increase my math exam. So you try to do your best, but it didn't work somehow. You got still 60 and 55. And, there's a chance. And maybe your teacher told you, next exam will be much, much easier. So study hard. But I don't want to study because, I studied so hard, but it was not successful. It will be the same. Maybe I will just take the exam and then getting a 50 again. Have you ever felt in that way? So thinking about some depressed people, maybe somebody who suffer, maybe depression, and mild depression, maybe severe depression. So what do they think is no future? Even though I put lots of effort toward my certain behavior and relationship, it's going to be the same because I have a really bad previous experience. So Martin Seligman, he did a lot of experiment with a dog and kind of explained to us about learned helplessness. So talk together who is next to you. Have you ever felt kind of those defeated feeling? Yeah, although I put lots of effort and maybe invest time and money and effort, it didn't work. Right now, I don't want to try at all. Maybe I'm done. Yeah. So talk together who is next to you. Maybe it can be relationship, maybe it can be some money, maybe study, and anything else. So talk together who is next to you, okay? Okay, maybe we can talk together. Anybody, do you have some example would you like to share with us? Or you feel shy, maybe it's kind of secret and it's okay. Anybody, would you like to share? I tried so hard, but it didn't work, and even I do not want to look at those. Have you experienced that kind of feeling? Yeah, those are learned helplessness. So based on his lots of experiment with the dog, actually Martin Seligman, he was the founder of positive psychology. So even if as a human being we are struggling and disappointment and maybe experiencing learned helplessness, maybe inside, maybe we have a free will to overcome our old hardness and try to fulfill our life. So positive psychology really emphasizes on goodness of a human being, maybe free will, and even though the situation is really challenging and hard, we need to put our effort because that's the way we can overcome over those hard situations. So it was interesting. We will talk more about positive psychology later on. But from those learned helplessness, he shifted his perspective from depression and like learned helplessness to more aha moment, positive psychology. We need to emphasize more strengths, not the weakness. So I think this is really, for him, it can be aha moment, become a founder of a positive psychology. Okay, so let's go to the next chapter, which is chapter 6. This is really interesting chapter. Okay, just a second. Okay, this is a really interesting chapter. We are going to talk about your cognition, thinking, language, and intelligence. So we are going to focusing more toward the language and intelligence, thinking about those thinking. So I know we are all here, and try to learn from me and also learn each other too, right? So our brain is constantly working. So that means we are using our brain and constantly thinking. Do you kind of agree with that? You think, maybe this is important, this is interesting, maybe even like thinking about your emotion and maybe possibility of maybe exam or maybe feature your application of your life, maybe toward those, that chapter and all things, right? So thinking is happening all the time, but we even do not realize we are keep thinking. Yeah, but language is interesting too. Anybody you speak other than English? Maybe you can speak a little bit of maybe Spanish, German, French, Italian. No? Okay. I guess Kim, you can speak Vietnamese, right? Yes, that's really good benefit. So I guess we will talk about language and different culture a little bit here in this chapter. And intelligence. Is anybody you feel like, I'm pretty much intelligent person? Raise your hand. It's okay, don't be shy. You are all intelligent person. Okay, we have only 2? No, we have more than 2. Raise your hand. I'm pretty much, yes, good, awesome. Intelligence. So we are going to define our own definition of intelligence and try to understand how other scholars think about intelligence. Do you feel like intelligence is easy to evaluate or hard to evaluate? I mean, how can we know you are intelligent or not? It can be challenging question, right? Because depending on you, you may have different criteria to being intelligent, right? Yeah. So we will talk about intelligence too. So starting from thinking, I mean, since we are keep thinking and thinking, please give me any opinion and your answer. So cognition is always happening continuously and automatically. So concept, prototypes, and exemplars. So concept, anybody would you like to describe maybe, you can have some concept of a dog? Concept of a dog? Would you like to give me any concept of a dog? There's no wrong and right answer in this class. So please, concept of a okay, yeah, 4 legs, yes. And then kind of hairy, yeah. Anything else? They're very faithful and loyal. Yeah, it can be, yeah. Anything else for the dog? That's enough? Okay, it's good. So concept is a mental representation of a category of similar things, actions, or people. So under the concept, maybe I can kind of show, maybe there are 3 different kind of concept too. First one is feature-based. And second is goal-based concept. And last one is relationship-based concept. So feature-based, just like Claire described to us, similar features and characteristics. Like beagles and bulldogs and chihuahuas and huskies, they are all dogs and having those characteristics. The 4 legs and pretty hairy and faithful, yeah. And maybe other things, they kind of bark and yeah. So you have those concepts too. How about the concept of a bird? Concept of a bird. So here, they have wings and feathers and beak. Yeah, those are concept of a bird. If I say bird, what kind of bird comes into your mind? Bird. Bluebird, yeah? Anybody? Huh?
Raven.
Yeah, raven and?
Cardinal.
Cardinal, yes. Bird. Robin, maybe? Yeah, is anybody, if I say bird, maybe it comes into your mind, turkey? Anybody? Turkey as a bird? I mean, it's a bird, but maybe not the maybe typical concept of a bird. Yes, yes. So thinking about that concept and prototype, yeah, and other things too. And also fruit. If I say fruit, maybe it can be the color and texture and maybe seed inside. What comes into your mind? Fruit. If I say fruit. Pomegranate, okay, yes. Strawberry, fruit. Huh? Oranges, yeah. Pineapple.
I think of sweetness.
Sweetness, yeah. Mango, maybe. No.
Whenever you say fruit, I don't think of a specific fruit. I just think of like
The concept.
generalized fruit.
Okay.
Unless you specify like yellow fruit, then a banana is going to pop into my mind.
Okay, okay, good. I mean, for me, if I say fruit, apple. Apples are fruit for me. I try to eat apple every day. So maybe little piece of apple. So those are more feature-based concept. And let's talk about goal-based concept. If you have a certain goal, which is you want to exercise, like promote your exercise and physical strength. Anything, can you name in anything relating with some exercise equipment? I know some of you go to gym regularly. So when you go to gym, what do you see? Treadmill? Yeah? Lots of weights, including dumbbells, yeah? And then, what do you see when you go to a gym? Maybe people, yeah, kind of motivate you, yeah, people, yeah. Maybe they're wearing some exercising, kind of exercise clothing too, yeah, clothing, some efficiency, yeah, for the exercise, yeah. And elliptical, kind of, moving your leg, and bike, yeah, and jump rope, yeah. And some of you may wear Apple Watch and Fitbit, try to check your activity level, yeah. So they look all different, kind of, right? Maybe clothing, yeah, exercise clothing, and your watch and treadmill. It doesn't look like feature-wise, right? But it does have a same goal, kind of, increase your exercise and promote your physical health, right? Yeah. So those are goal-oriented. How about the relationship-based? So relationship-based, focusing on more connection and try to support each other and having sharing moment. So maybe sharing moment as a teaching, like a teacher, when you are young, like a preschool teacher. And when you are in elementary school, there's also some basketball coach, right? And also when you are in high school, maybe you need to get some help, like ACT. You want to increase your ACT score. So ACT tutor. Yeah, and your parents too can be your teacher too. So those people kind of related together, connect together based on those relationship. Teaching as a sharing and caring job. Yeah. So those are kind of concept, different types of concept. Let's go back. So prototype of animal. If I say animal, what comes into your mind? Animal. Maybe it can be too broad, but animal. What would be like a prototype of an animal? Kind of typical, yeah, maybe type of animal. I think a dog, yeah, dog, cat, yeah. Maybe turtle, maybe not that typical. So think about that animal. So how about ball? Yeah, ball. Yeah, you have a soccer ball. What kind of ball can you think of if I say ball? Basketball. Dodgeball, yeah, softball, baseball, and pickleball, yes, bouncing ball, and football, yeah, football too, yeah. Anybody you think about like a meatball? No? If I say ball, cotton ball, I mean, it's the same name, it's a round shape feature-wise, but it's a little different, right? Because when we say ball, typically your prototype will be soccer ball, maybe baseball, kind of round shape, and then used for your sports, right? So those are more like a prototype. Exemplars are best real example you've personally encountered. So when I say ball, when you say baseball, pickleball, basketball. You used to play with this? Yeah, so you're kind of familiar with those balls, like a football too? Yeah. So those are more like a little differences between prototype and exemplars. Prototype is most like a typical and best example of a ball, can be soccer ball or maybe basketball, but personalized experience. Sometimes it can be same, but it can be a little different. You may heard of it, but never played pickleball. Anybody you played pickleball? Yeah, it's easier than tennis. That's what I heard, but I've never played. So maybe for me, pickleball is not my exemplars because I didn't have a personal experience, right? But it's really good. Maybe prototype. Yeah. Okay, good. So let's move. So heuristics, because as a human being, we are using heuristics a lot, kind of educated guess. Sometimes educated guess can be right, and sometimes it does have a bias towards certain people, towards a certain situation, and maybe judging negatively usually, right? So thinking about under heuristics, there are four different kind of heuristics. The first one is representativeness of heuristics. If somebody is wearing suit and then tie, you may assume that person's job would be possibly professor, yeah, and lawyer, and possibly go to wedding, yeah, because kind of wearing suit and tie, and where the person would go wearing tie and suit. Funeral, possibly, yeah. Yeah, so you may have kind of, those are representativeness of heuristics, kind of educated guess, because we've been seen in that way. So can you imagine maybe artist? If you're thinking about artists, what would it kind of be? Maybe the artist like a clothing. Maybe wear some hat, yeah, kind of drawing, yeah. Maybe more casually wearing, maybe colorful, maybe dress. You may think in that way. So we have, all of us, we have some educated guess relating with representativeness heuristics. So availability heuristics. When I say, can you name anything starting with R word? Can you name it? Like a R? Rude, yes. Uh-huh. And? Rhino, yeah. Red? Huh? Rattle and? Okay, yeah. Please. I think maybe we have a lot of words starting from R. Rotten? Okay, anything? Rabbit, yes? Rake, yeah? Uh-huh. Ride, yeah. Root, please. You should know more than me. Run. Okay, run. Respect, very good. Huh? Okay, rift. Mm-hmm. Left, okay. So you feel like a lot of starting with R letters, right? So this time, talk together who is next to you. Can you find any letter, maybe R as a third letter, like a word or bird, because R is on kind of 1, 2, 3, third letter, yeah? So talk together who is next to me, and then maybe tell me later on. So talk together, like a third letter, like a word among those words. Yeah, bird, yeah. Word, yeah. Talk together, yes. Okay, maybe we can talk together. So please give me example, starting from, not starting like a R as a third letter, yeah, among them. I was thinking about More. Please give me more, please. Yeah?
Please. Is it the sign language? Yeah, please. More. 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 Yes. So more. M-O-R-E. Yeah, as a R as a third word. Anybody? Different word? Arc. Yeah.
Tornado.
Tornado. Yes. Yeah. Huh? Cork. Yes. Cork. Uh huh.
Heritage.
Heritage. Yes. Uh huh. Poor. Yeah. Poor. Yeah. Burn. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Far. Yeah. Far. Yes. Good. Uh huh. And
Fart.
okay, far and fart. Yes, I like it. I like it. Far and fart. Yes.
So I will ask you one more question. One more question. So do you think are there more words starting with R or maybe word having some R as a third letter? So number one, I think there are more words starting with R. Raise your hand. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, maybe R as a third letter. How did you know the answer? I thought maybe R as a first letter. So actually there are 3 times more, starting, the R as a third letter comparing to R as a first letter. But we do have a availability, like a heuristic. When you're thinking about, can you name it starting from R? And versus can you name R as a third letter? If you do not think clearly and more deeply, you may kind of simply say, yeah, it may be first letter as a R, yeah. But I guess if you kind of think over availability heuristic, it's depending on, we may make a mistake. Yeah, educated guess. We guess in that way, but your guess is not right? So anchoring heuristics. Anybody you like to go shopping? Yeah, go shopping, maybe a thrift shopping and maybe try to save your money. So let's say you saw one jacket, looks really gorgeous. And price tag was $199. Yeah, there was a original price and kind of having, a sales on and down and down and down. Now you can buy only $19.99. Would you like to buy that suit or not? Would you like to buy? Yeah, Josh?
Say 19 or 90?
Oh, the original price was $199. Yeah, and then now it's
It's on sale, so $49.99. So about a $50. Would you like? No, Josh, no. Why not?
That's still too expensive.
So you can wait a little bit more, kind of get more down, about maybe $25. Would you like to wait until that? What if somebody took it and maybe you don't have your size?
Oh well.
That's not your maybe destiny to wear that
I'll
one
find a
day.
better jacket.
You will find a better jacket. Okay, good. Anybody, you have a certain strategy to buy your favorite clothing, or maybe some shopping places. You keep watching and monitoring those prices. Because I know originally there was
$100 some dress, but I know I shouldn't buy with my $100. You will be wait until maybe get down $29.99. Yeah, so anchoring heuristic means as a human being, we are thinking about original price, like a first beginning impression. Maybe that jacket is not that worth of $200. Maybe the material wise only $1,500 worth. Yeah, but since you saw the price tag, it was originally $200. You really want to choose that one instead of choosing the other one. Original price was $50. Anybody you experience in that? Yeah, when you kind of try to see and maybe compare certain materials, you need to choose maybe one or the other. You kind of see their price tag too. Oh, this one is originally $200 and now it's $50. This one was originally $50 and then they are selling $50. Which one would you like to choose? I'm going to choose maybe sold one, maybe marked down until $50. Raise your hand. Okay, only one person? Please, yeah, help me. Or maybe I'm gonna buy those 51 because I like this one. That's the reason. It doesn't matter sale or not. Okay, so depending on you, you may have a different opinion, yeah. But maybe you may consider like a quality and your favorite things, and then you make a decision. So those are anchoring heuristics. And affect heuristics, anybody you really like a certain brand, and no matter what, I need to get it, yeah. So maybe it can be like a maybe McDonald's, some maybe Starbucks, or maybe certain maybe clothing shop, maybe Nike. If the shoe is get down, no matter what, I will need to get this because I'm sure it's a good one. You already have those affection toward that shop or material. Yeah, so even though maybe quality is not that great, still you're gonna choose it. Have you ever choose in that way? Yeah, so talk together who is next to you. So whenever you're thinking about certain brand or maybe certain material, no matter what, I will go it, I will get it. That kind of experience, those are like affect heuristics. So we have educated guess in that way. Okay, so there was like a thinking part. Let's go to creativity. Yeah, so I'm gonna give you some opportunity about showing your creativity. Anybody? I'm pretty much a creative person. Raise your hand. Creative person, maybe think like a unique way, a novel way, reserve some conflict, yeah? And maybe you feel like I'm kind of an artist too, right? So if you're looking at those popcorn hoodie, what comes into your mind? Popcorn hoodie. It's a good idea. Anybody you love popcorn? Okay, so maybe that's the maybe easy way to eat the popcorn, kind of wearing your hoodie kind of in a not inside out, but like a front to the back, and using those hoodie, try to eat the popcorn. Yeah, Abraham.
I just can't help but think about the mess that would come from the
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
The grease.
Not just on the hoodie, but in between the hoodie and you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Does
first thing.
anybody have a better idea? Okay. Would you like to maybe put the ball inside of your hoodie?
I
Maybe
guess.
it's a better, yeah, it's better.
Popcorn, I feel like would still like fall down your shirt.
Still, maybe you don't like that kind of idea. Okay, so try to be kind of open your mind and maybe be creative too. So I have this clip. Yeah. So what can you do with this clip? Talk together who is next to you. I have only one clip. Yeah. What can you do? Yeah. Thinking about the use of this clip. Yeah. So talk together who is next to you. Be creative.
And give me and show me your creativity. Okay? Just in case we are talking about this clip, if you have this clip, what can you do with this? Okay, what can you with this? Okay, maybe we can talk together. Any group would you like to share? What would you like to do with this paper clip? Yes, Caitlin.
Okay, unlock the lock. Yeah, how about Aubrey?
You know, you can use that as self-defense mechanism. You know, poke someone in the eye out with it.
Okay, some self-defense like a tool. Okay, okay, Mallory.
You can use that as like a utensil and like stab food.
Okay, yeah, so you can kind of put the maybe apple and orange and maybe all that kind of maybe putting as a utensil. Very good, like a fork. Yeah. Anybody? Yeah, Ebra.
It's a crochet hook.
Crochet hook, okay? Yeah. So crochet hook. Yeah, you can use this and like using those thread. Okay, good. Yeah. Anybody? Yes.
Pull the SIM card out of your phone.
Yeah, I know this is the best one, right? Sometimes you really need it. I experience it. Yeah, that's very creative. Anybody different opinion? Your group? Yes.
You can use it to clean small spaces, like your charging cord.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, try to kind of clean those. Yes. Anybody? Maybe I'm gonna use if maybe have more and more like those paper clip. You can use some as making some necklace. Have you ever done when you are in maybe elementary school, kind of connecting all the paper clips and you can make a necklace. Usually you are using some colorful kind of paper clip, yeah, and they're using necklace. Have you ever done? Yeah, I used to make a lot of necklaces like that. Yeah, so it can be a creative way too. I feel like you are very creative. Yeah, and also. Maybe you can use this one like a poking somebody else and also try to poke the maybe food, right? That's really interesting. Good job. So I know we all have divergent thinking underlined, divergent. So divergent thinking versus convergent thinking. Divergent, diversity too. So you have a lot of idea about this paper clip. I know we can use this one like using paper clip just like this simple way, but there are other way we can think of, right? If you only think about using this paper clip, maybe using kind of put the paper together, those are convergent thinking, only thinking one, narrowly, okay? So creativity and functional fixedness. Underline, what does that mean, functional fixedness? Basically, you are using only for one purpose. So you are using this paper clip, like putting together the paper. That's it. You cannot think about other ideas. Those are functional fixedness. So this man looks like a DJ and musician. Yeah, making music and play as a DJ, maybe at the maybe some club, right? So he's using those turntable. Usually turntable like old device, you can listen to music. Do you have any turntable when you home like those Yes, you still have it. Yeah, I do have still several. Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to music through that, but kind of looking good as previous kind of device as music. So this person is using those turntable as a music device, like you can kind of still as a kind of perform and play, putting your two sticks. Yeah, so using different purpose. So functional fixedness, you are using for only one purpose, kind of designated. Usually people think about that's the one way, but you can be creative. So here, let's talk about language. Maybe I want to ask, starting from the question, do you think baby's crying is a language? Talk together who is next to you. Why do you think baby's crying is a language? Talk together who is next to you. Okay?
Okay, so we can talk together. I think baby's crying is a language. Raise your hand.
Okay, yeah. I don't think baby's crying is a language. Okay. We have a couple of people too. So I want to hear from you. Why don't you think about maybe language? I mean, the crying is a language. Why do you not agree with those? Can I hear from your opinion?
I would think that a language would have to be like comprehensive. Like someone would have to understand. Like you can kind of understand, but it's not like, I don't know. It's not like
You can't learn like baby crying. It's not really something you can study. It's not a language you can.
you
know.
can tell that they have a need maybe, but like what need? It's not super.
There's no definition.
Yeah,
Okay, very good point.
just a
Yes.
definition thing.
So it's really hard to, even though they cry and maybe different cries there, it's really hard to learn as a language because as a new person, right? And also sometimes it's hard to recognize those clearly, right? And Abraham too?
I would say can't be quite considered a language because language is learned and inherited,
Okay,
whereas a baby's cry is more of instinctual.
okay.
After a while, they will no longer be able to communicate in such a manner, and thus they will have to develop intelligent language.
Very good, yeah. But we have a lot of people, most of the folks here, I think
Crying is a language. Why do you think in that way? I want to hear from you. Okay, Ayla.
Well, there's been like research done on like potty training or sign language with babies, and certain cries mean certain things for like each baby, and they're really similar between other infants. Like they cry a similar way when they're hungry, or they cry a similar way when they have a dirty diaper, or they cry a similar way when they want to be held.
Very good. Anybody, would you like to add on that since you kind of agree with that maybe crying is a language? Yes, Claire.
I think that language fundamentally is just a way to communicate, and that's all that babies can use really to communicate because they can't control their facial expressions yet or other things. So even if it doesn't communicate specifics, it's still communicating.
Mom, I'm mad and I'm hungry and communicate, right? Okay, very good. Anybody, would you like to add on that? Maybe Mallory?
I mean, I agree.
You agree with that? Communication, it's a really good communication tool.
Because I mean, like even for adults, like if an adult can't talk, if it's gonna sit there and grunt and do the things, then you would think that you'd be able to pick up on those cues the same way that you would be able to a baby.
So if maybe adult crying, that means that maybe in pain. Okay?
I think I would argue that the difference is that it's based off of one individual and their way of expression versus multiple people. So it's not a universally understood thing by multiple people. I have to study how that person acts or that baby cries, understand what they want, which is like, I don't think that constitutes language. Communication for sure, probably not language.
Okay, very good point. I really like this kind of our discussion and conversation. Very good. Anybody, would you like to add on that, your opinion? Yeah? Danica, would you like to maybe add on that?
I feel like it is a language of sorts just because we all communicate that way at one point. And it is a way of communication. It may not be like a formally recognized language or a language that can be learned. But if you have two people who don't speak the same language, they are gonna gesture and use other ways to communicate like a child would or a baby would.
Okay. Very good. She kind of pointed out like a gesture, maybe in like an international words. Yeah, there's like a sign language. Yeah, maybe we can kind of giving some like a sign and communicate each other. So linguistic perspective.
Let's go back to definition of language. Language is the ability to communicate with others. So far, so good. Babies crying is a good communication tool. Yeah, they cry, they kind of check on that, maybe feed the baby. Yeah, that's really good. With others, using other people, kind of other people using words or other symbols. Yeah, words or other symbols, or maybe sign language, sign language, combined and arranged according to the rules, grammar. Yeah, English, we say, I love apples. I like apples. There are certain syntax going on, like a grammar is going on. So when you're thinking about definition of language, babies crying can be really good communication tool, but maybe linguistic perspective, it's not a language. Is it understandable? But I totally agree why you think babies crying as a language. Yeah. So I thought, babies crying is a language too. But when you think over the definition of a language, it doesn't have any like words and symbols and grammatic kind of rule, like consistent rule. So anybody can learn from those. So let's do some activities. I know we have two people, like me originally from South Korea and Kim originally from Vietnam. There should be certain not exactly sign language, but like a symbol and maybe people kind of recognize each other. So in Korea, people, whenever they take a picture, they're using like a smile and like this. What does that mean? Anybody, any guess? They kind of smile and take a picture. Lots of photos, they kind of do like this.
Are you asking where it originated?
No. So what does that mean? So here, when you say like this, that means peace. Peace be on you, yeah? Peace, more peace. In Korea, that means like, ta-da, victory. Yeah, look at me. I'm here in this mountain. Yeah, so I'm taking picture. So sometimes they're using like one finger or maybe two, both at the same time. So this does not mean peace. This means like a victory, like a victory. And I'm here. I'm so happy. Yeah. How about this? Okay. Yeah. Here in the United States, this is like okay, right? In Korea, this means, do you have this? Can you guess what is that? Do you have this? Money, yes, do you have money? So interesting, right? Interesting. So depending on country, maybe you may use different kind of sign. Yeah, actually sign language is different too. So Kim, can you think of anything like those? In Vietnam, maybe people using certain body motion a lot, kind of indicating certain meaning. But maybe it's really hard to guess from here. So don't say, but show the motion so we will guess. Anything? Okay, like this? Yeah. So this means, can you guess what does that mean like this? Hello? Hello? Yeah, hello. Good guess because it's in Vietnam. And what else?
This is like respect for you.
Maybe my guess is, I know, that's right. That's right. No? Maybe it's not. So anybody other guess?
Like peace be with you when you're
Peace.
leaving, or
Okay.
like respect.
Okay, kind of respect you and peace be with you. Yeah. So I want to hear from your answer from you, Kim.
Say hello.
That's hello. Yeah, kind of hello. Yeah, you need to kind of bow down. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Good. Thank you. So keep thinking. Maybe one more. I have one more thing. This. What does that mean?
Heart.
Yes. Yeah. I love you. Yeah. So used to be like this. Yeah. And then later on like this. And then now this in Korea. So I think this is interesting. Yeah, interesting. So Kim, can you think of one more? Like as a language, kind of like this, maybe? So bye and hi? Or maybe no, I'm fine.
Maybe no.
No.
Yes.
Okay. So usually we hear in the United States like hi, yeah, hello. But in Vietnam, it's more like no, don't do that. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, like this. Okay, good. So language is interesting. Let's go more deeper. So native theory of language development. Underline native theory. There's a very famous, well-known scholar, Noam Chomsky. So he studied a lot. He's like a master person in language development. And he said every human beings, we do have LAD. What does the LAD stand for? language acquisition device. So in our brain, we do have LAD. Every human being, we have a language acquisition device. So from very early age, when you're born as a baby, you're kind of ready to, already programmed, ready to learn all different kind of language. Do you kind of agree with that? Because it's really hard to explain as a baby, around 1 year, you may have one word, like one, mama, dada, yeah. Do you know one word, your first word, when you are young, like maybe 1 year old? Your mom, okay, yeah, what was it?
My first word was bam bam. And
Bam bam,
I
yeah?
was hitting my sister on the head with a toy hammer.
Okay, bam bam, toy hammer, yeah, I think that's really cute. Anybody, you remember, maybe your mom told you, your first word was dada. So I was mad because I taking care of you all the time. But your first word was dad, dada, right? Yeah. Anybody, you remember first word? So around 1 year, you may have like a first word. But around 18 months, 1.5 years, vocabulary spurt, which means you got lots of input from your parents and from your neighbors and from your caregivers and maybe relatives and friends. Now you put together, mommy go, daddy come. Maybe grammatically not correct, but you kind of put the sentence together. Those are around 18 months. And probably around 2 years old, already you can speak. Mom, food, more, milk. Yeah, I like apple. I like a friend. Yeah, I mean those, maybe the friend name. Yeah. So it's rapidly developing. If we don't have a language acquisition device, it's really hard to explain how human beings we learn language so quickly. That's nativist, like a theory of a language development. Do you kind of agree with that? Yeah. Even like a sign language, if maybe people cannot speak, yeah, they are using their sign starting from very early age. Yeah, even sign language, they have an ability to figure it out and understand each other from very young age. So another perspective will be social pragmatic theory, underline, social pragmatic theory, because they really focusing on like a usage of language. So here, language development stems from a desire to interact socially. I want to talk to you. I want to communicate with you. That's why we really want to learn language. Yeah, I mean, it's really kind of hard to compare because native perspective is more like a language ability as an inborn ability. Inborn ability, we have it, and then we kind of generate all different kind of language. And social pragmatic theory, those are really focusing on desire to interact socially and communicate each other. Yeah. Okay. So before we go to intelligence, do you think maybe language has an inborn ability, or maybe later on, like a nurture, maybe later on it will be kind of get more? So talk together who is next to you. I'm sorry, yeah, maybe Jess, yeah. So nature and nurture, language development, you feel like a more inborn ability, or you will get learn when you're born, thinking about your mom, always holding you and kind of talk to you, sweetie, good morning, yeah, everything, I love you. Maybe you learn from outside info, like a nurture. So nature and nurture, which one, I mean, we know the answer, both are important, but which one would be more influential for language development? So talk together who is next to you, okay? Yeah.
with this specifically, yeah, I
Okay, maybe we can talk together. Since really kind of amazing progress, infant learn maybe for the first time saying one word and rapidly developing like a vocabulary spurt, I think maybe more nature, maybe inborn ability. Yeah, so you may kind of more emphasize inborn like a nature perspective. Okay, good. How about it's more like a later on nurture. Yeah, which is like later on, parents kind of keep giving some stimulus and input, like a nurture. Yeah. So good. I want to hear from Josh. Yeah, because Josh, you want to talk about those, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think it's very unfair to categorize them like that because they both work well with each other on their own.
Mm-hmm.
But without the inherent ability to communicate ingrained within us, we wouldn't be able to develop and desire to interact socially.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like what came first, the chicken or the egg.
Yeah.
And because if you think about like animals, like foxes, right? A fox mom and her cubs, if her cubs are doing something dangerous, she's going to get onto them. That is ingrained in her, and that will be ingrained in them too. They can't, they don't have necessarily a desire to interact. It's more of instinctual.
Yeah, so definitely language development and language learning, it's kind of in a inborn ability and we ingrate it like kind of in a generation to the generation. And we really need to communicate, right? So it's really hard to say which one is better or maybe first and later, right? So we do all agree with that. Maybe nature and nurture both very influential for human beings learning and development in language part, right? Good. So we are gonna talk about intelligence. I know since we are very intelligent people here, can you write your own definition of intelligence? And then I'm gonna show the next slide. So write down your own definition of intelligence. So think about that. Have you ever met intelligent toddler? Have you ever met intelligent elementary schooler? Have you ever met intelligent middle schooler, junior high? Have you ever met intelligent high schooler? Have you ever met intelligent college student? Have you ever met intelligent adult generally? So thinking about that and write down your own definition of intelligence. I'm expecting not the same opinion. You may have a different concept and different definition toward intelligence. So please write down. And if you don't have a paper, it's okay. You can type on your phone, yeah? Or if you need a paper, I have a paper for you. Anybody wants to use a paper and then write down? You're all good? Okay, yeah. So write down, I have a couple of minutes, so we will talk about intelligence. So as much as possible, because this is really interesting subject, we will talk together. And really interesting about intelligence, because we want to be being intelligent, okay? Yeah, so write down your own definition of intelligence. What does that mean, being intelligent? Yeah. It's a hot water. Kind of helps me in my throat. With a lemon.
Okay, seems like you are all done writing your definition of intelligence. Anybody would you like to share? There's no, yes, good.
Josh.
I think intelligence is the ability to obtain information, process it, and apply it to solve a problem.
Okay, very good, very solid. Yes, very good, very good. Anybody? Would you like to share your own definition of intelligence? Yes, Abraham.
Yeah, mine was fairly similar to his. It's mostly just the ability to absorb and understand information.
Very good, very good. Carson.
I think intelligence is the capacity to understand like themes or systems in a social or logical way.
Okay, okay, very good. Good job, good job. Anybody? Would you like to add on that? Your own definition of intelligence? Clear.
The ability to process your awareness and analyze it.
Okay, okay, very good, very good. Caitlin, you're next to Clear, so maybe you may have an opinion.
Also, like a person's ability to understand, learn, and communicate.
Okay, very good. So not only like analytically kind of divide group and like try to remember certain things, how can we communicate well with other people, like socially, like a social intelligence, right? Very good. Gabe, would you like to add on that? Intelligence?
I thought it was more of the vast knowledge of information from either from textbooks or from past experiences.
Very good. So Gabe kind of included not the textbook information from your own experience, fixing car. That's really big part of the being intelligent too. For me, no idea. Zero intelligence, fixing car, right? But Gabe is really high intelligent, fixing car. The true experience, right? Yeah. Did you take any class or maybe went to school like a fixing car, or you just learned through your experience?
I went through my experiences of
Yes,
watching and
yes.
whatnot by myself.
So even though you didn't go through some class or maybe education, you kind of figured it out through your own experience. I think that's really a good part of intelligence, practical intelligence, right? Yeah. So Trenton, would you like to add your own definition of intelligence?
It's not different than anybody's. So.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we are gonna learn about intelligence today and also this Thursday too. So intelligence, it's the ability to gain knowledge and learn from experience. Very short, but underline the second one. There is an ongoing debate about whether intelligence is a single overall ability or many separate abilities. So we kind of define very well. Generally, overly speaking, maybe you receive information and learn from it and try to retain those information. And whenever you need it, you need to analyze and apply into your life, which is really good. And also thinking about social intelligence. You need to communicate well and better with somebody else. So imagine you are CEO of a big company. Obviously, you want to hire intelligent person for your company, for your profit. Yeah. So imagine if you are CEO of a very big company, what would be really important factors choosing intelligent person? Or overall, what would be really important element to choose those employee? So talk together who is next to you. What would be your a priority to choose the right crew for your company? So talk together who is next to you. Okay? It will give you other dimensions of intelligence too. So talk together who is next to you.
Okay, maybe we can talk together. Yes. So we've been talking about intelligence. I guess before taking my class, probably you have a certain definition toward the intelligence. Pretty concrete. Yeah, maybe smartness, maybe intelligent person, right? And some of you may kind of do not ever think about you as an intelligent person. Because maybe my criteria, being intelligent means this, but maybe I'm not that intelligent. You may think about only book smart. Yeah, somebody who is a really good test taker. Yeah, that person can be intelligent. But throughout this whole chapter, and also other scholars, we really need to enlarge those properties of being intelligent. So this is like a chance. I really respect you and regard you as a very being intelligent person, all of you. But individually, you may have a different strengths. You may have a different strengths, right? Yeah. So if you are CEO of a company, what would be like a very important criteria for choosing employee? Anybody?
Ability to work with others.
Yeah, work with others. Yeah, social, how you engage well. Yeah.
Reliability.
Reliability, can you do it again? Can you come to by 8 o'clock every day? Yes, from Monday through Friday. No absence, right? Yeah. Anybody? Huh? Humanity. So maybe kind of more having some.
So I say that person isn't willing to break their team's back just to better themselves.
Okay, kind of sacrifice yourself sometimes for the group profit and group benefit. Yeah, very good, very good. Anything else?
Trustworthy.
Yeah, trustworthy. Yeah, you need to trust that person. You can kind of put the work here totally and then trust on that, right? Yeah, very good. Anything else?
Ability to understand what they have to do to their job.
Yes, yes. What we are doing right now, why we are here. Kind of figure it out, yeah? And then kind of sorting and categorize those work too. Anybody, like Gabe?
It's just if they have experience with the job that you're hiring.
Okay, very good. How about Aubrey?
Can someone say education?
Education, yeah. Pretty much you need to learn at least
In my field, yeah, to do well, like education can be really matter too. Yeah. How about Danica?
The ability or willingness to learn new skills if needed.
Very good. Like motivation.
Motivation, very good. So this Thursday, we are going to keep talking about intelligence, and then we may go to the next chapter. But don't forget, you have an online exam, and you will be fine. Take exam tomorrow. Have a great day. Have a great day.